Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and look, I normally don't advertise books on my page, but there's a brand new graphic novel that is being released all about the Wildwoods. And if you love the Wildwoods Doo-Wop architecture like I do, then this graphic novel is for you. This is called The Wildwood Days of Doo-Wop. I want to share this with you guys because I just read the whole thing and I love it. This novel was written by Micheal, Jah-Soar-Ka, and Wildwood Crest historian Kirk Hastings, and they go year by year covering all of the history of mid-century Doo-Wop architecture in great detail. Now, this book brings to life 160 motels, clubs, hotels, and neon signs that you probably haven't seen in a very long time, probably some of them you actually haven't even seen before. And they do it in ways that you've never seen before. For example, do you remember the Fantasy Motel? Well, look at its recreation. Now look at all the detail that goes into this illustration right here. Look at from the neon sign to the people standing there to the little speech bubbles, and then what makes it even better is that they have a little tiny blip talking about the history of that motel. For example, it wasn't until 1956 that the Fantasy Motel would be built by Will Morey, which really would paint the picture of the Wildwood Doo-Wop. The fantasy mixed the architectural sensibilities of vroom, style, angular forward thrusting roofs, glass wall windows, neon lighting that mimics the starlit sky, and a rooftop sign to stop your car for. The fantasy was loud, proud, and a bit tacky, but a lot of fun. On top of that, underneath of it actually gave a little history about how Will Morey himself and his wife would stay in some of these motels as they're building them and manage them because they used to do it as a family. While we're on the subject of the Moreys, this book also goes into deep detail about the builders and architects of some of these motels in signs, such as the Morey brothers, the Buckingham brothers, and our friends at ABS Sign Company. Now, I really don't want to give too many secrets away about this book because I obviously want you guys to go pick one up, but let me give you some behind-the-scenes facts for you. When creating this novel, they really wanted to make sure that every detail was correct. The graphic novel took 3.5 years to create and referenced over 1,000 images of postcards to family photos. Yeah, they really wanted to make sure they got every detail correct. Now, as you know, I love everything to do with the Wildwoods, and I know a lot of history, and for me to read this, you may know a lot of history down here, but they were able to find some stuff that I didn't even know. And when I read this, I couldn't put it down. I actually read it over the course of a few days because there's so much detail. It being a graphic novel, they also added in a lot of little jokes in here, like there's two people laying down outside the Shalimar, and one of them says, "I wonder what the Shalimar would look like in 2021. And the other person responds with, "It'll have 5 floors for sure," because back then it only had, I think there was only 3 at that time. So there's so many fun things to actually see in this graphic novel. Now, if you want to pick yours up, I've got some really good news for you. There's going to be 4 book signings in the Wildwoods from the 12th all the way to the 15th. I'll run them down in a second for you guys, where you can pick up a copy of this for $25 and you can meet Micheal and Kirk and get their signatures on this bad boy. Those dates to keep in mind are 2 of them are actually at the Doo-Wop Experience Museum. It's Thursday, August 12th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We have Saturday, August 14th from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Then we're going to head over to the Wildwood Historical Society, which is going to be at the George F. Boyer Museum from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. And then the last one's going to be at Cool Scoops on August 16th from 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. So once again, if you love Wildwood like me, you need to pick up one of these books. I promise you. It's got my stamp of approval on it. I promise you, you're going to love it. You're going to leave this on your coffee table and everyone's going to come over and be like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing." Anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me. Please stay safe and sound. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. And go grab your copy today, okay? As always, I'll see you on the beach, and I'll probably be bringing this. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye.